It's the National Football League presented by EA Sports. Today, we're set for a good AFC matchup between the Los Angeles Chargers and the Houston Texans. From the 6. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The offense for Los Angeles returns to the field. Now Tomlinson on 1st and 10. And not the start he was hoping for there, as he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's 2nd down now.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
Now a 2nd down throw for Rivers. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done. 19 yards that time for number 19.
Well, for teams that like to play man coverage, running corner routes can be tough on them because of the ability of getting into it. Sometimes you're squaring it off. Sometimes you're just rounding it. Sometimes there's a fake. Sometimes there's not. That makes it very, very difficult for a DB to stay with it.
Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
Got to give credit where it's due. Really nice defense on that play. The pitch and catch was successful, but not any run after it.
Play action now. Rivers. Wide open receiver, complete. And he's going to be taken down with another 1st down as the stop's made at the Texans' 28. A good pickup there of 20 yards. That early game script that they drew up is working pretty well here on this first drive. Already in field goal range, Charles knocking on the door of the red zone.
You know, Brandon, when we met with the coaching staff, they kind of predicted that they would come out firing like this. I think you and I were a little skeptical it would be this easy, but they certainly knew what they were doing in scouting, in preparation, and understanding what their team was capable of.
No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. So nothing there that time, and maybe you need to look to the O-line. They weren't able to create any space.
No, they weren't, and you know as well as I do, as many offensive line coaches we've ever met, I think that'll be addressed loudly when those guys get to the sideline.
And they're usually loud and big. Now here's a throw that's complete, and he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line. It's safe to say the passing game has found a rhythm. He's now 4 of 4, but might need to be 5 of 5 to keep this drive going here as they face a 3rd down.
And maybe perhaps you show a running play, right? Maybe a little play action here to go ahead and let him throw the ball downfield. I wouldn't get away from him flinging it because 4 for 4 already. I think he's got a good chance of picking this one up here on 3rd down.
And he is going to have the Chargers' 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Had a chance to maybe limit them to 3 if they could have gotten that stop there, but a new set of downs.
And with a new set of downs, you got to take the mentality of the whole thing. Right now, everyone's looking at the offense and saying they've got the advantage. The best defenses just say, okay, new set of downs. It gives us another chance to make a play ourselves and maybe change things up.
And he's going to go down. Sacked right around the 17. The lightning rod, J.J. Watt with a sack.
It's interesting, partner, that most defenses try and guard the 35-yard line actively because they think the way kickers are nowadays, about a 52-yard field goal, they're kind of giving up points. But you get even deeper into territory, you get into the red zone, they're going to guard it even more, which means more pressure, more blitzing.
Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he's got this inside the 10 to the 9 before he's out of bounds. A gain of 8 there on the play. And 3rd and 8 now. And he's already got 2 catches on the opening drive. They know he's going to be a handful.
And sometimes you game plan for that offensively. You want to make sure that guy touches the ball. And sometimes it just happens naturally. And then you change your game plan. When he has the hot hand, you keep going back to him because he's running routes with confidence as the game goes on.
Meanwhile, on third down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
And we're going to see this offense try and spread the field a little bit and utilize the outside third of the field, especially against man coverage. But that time, the defense was up to the task, forcing the incompletion.
And his kick here is good. And the Chargers grab themselves a 3-0 lead. Well, after marching down the field, only getting 3 there, kind of feels like a win for the defense.
And it does. They'll go to the sideline feeling a lot better that they didn't give up a touchdown after the march against them. But if I were the offense, I wouldn't hang my head over that one. That's a good drive, and 3 points were put on the board.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. From his end zone, here's Tremon Smith. And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. So that a free 15 yards.
And it's always a tough one as a defender because a lot of the penalties that you commit, pass interference, holding, when they happen, you actually know what you're doing. But a face mask penalty, a lot of times it's inadvertent, but it still costs you the same amount of yardage.
And now it's 1st and 10, a big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. It's hauled in by Brandon Cooks. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45. The time called here because a member of the Texans is in some discomfort. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. On the jet sweep, this is Johnson. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. To throw is Watson. And this throw incomplete. Now the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down.
Nice job there forcing that incompletion. This is going to be a fun battle throughout this game, watching him try to take away that area of the field.
And they'll need to get to the 35 if they want to keep this drive going on 3rd down. Here's Watson. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
A very early momentum changer there. Actually a dream killer for the defense because they forced a 3rd down. Felt like they had a good chance to get off the field defensively, and then they got hit with that big play.
1st and goal, Foster. Give him 4 on the carry there. It's 2nd and goal.
It's largely been the air attack that's gotten them down here, but now is where you start to lean on that running game. That's a good pickup there on 1st and goal.
Second and goal from inside the 5. They'll let the fullback try and take him home. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Call it a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal.
Well, big man with ball met bigger man on the other side of the line. A really nice play for the defense.
Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal. Watson now to throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Texans. From 3 yards out. And the Texans have answered that early field goal to take a first quarter lead. There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself, no reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. Out is the Texans kick team as they'll send this one away. Fields it right around the goal line. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. The Chargers get set to go here for their second drive. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
And he'll work this forward for about 3 at second down.
Well, from an offensive perspective, that was a tough run because he only picked up 3 yards. Well, let's flip it over to the defensive side. They now have the advantage. 3 3-yard gains. That means they're punting the ball likely on 4th down. That's what you're looking for when you're playing defense.
And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down.
As this old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out high. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Rivers now. And this is caught. First catch for Keenan Allen. And he is going to have the Chargers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, that was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
First down, Rivers. Swinging this ball out here to Tomlinson. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. On 2nd down, it's Tomlinson. And very little running room there. He did get a couple up to the 49.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean, or also just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. Charger football to start quarter number 2. The offense on 3rd down, they've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line.
But give the defensive guys a little bit of credit. They didn't let the deep ball beat them on that play, did they?
No, the drag, that guy could be your safety valve. We saw it right there.
Yeah, and it picked up a first down for them, too.
So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory, right at the 40. Here's Rivers. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Nice progress down the field, was halted by that incompletion. They could try for some safe yards here to get things moving again, or keep throwing it and pushing it downfield to try and pick up bigger yardage.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Rivers. And that's complete to Gates. And he's going to be taken down at about the 33. So they need 2 yards here on 3rd down. Remember, they're already 2 of 2 on 3rd down conversions on this drive. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, L.A. A great effort there. 33 yards. And the Chargers are able to move back in front. And now, of course, all scoring plays are reviewed, and I think they're going to take an extra long look at this one. Now the extra point. And it's through, and that makes the lead 10-7.
Let's go, y'all. Bring it. Let's go, baby. Let's go. Let's go. They can't stop us. Let's go. It's game time. Get something going with me, baby. You ready to roll?
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Taken in at the 3. So now we get set to see Houston for their 2nd drive of the ball game. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And, partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due, because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
And because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Nice satisfying run on 1st down for the offense, picking up 5, which means defensively, the thought process is entirely different. You don't want to panic, but at the same time, you're saying to each other, we've got to tighten this down. We can't give up gains like that.
Foster on 2nd down. And he'll be stopped up at the 26 after a gain of only a couple.
Whenever we talk about the best strong safeties, one word constantly comes up, and that's instincts. Being able to diagnose run or pass and make the appropriate moves.
He crashed down hard there. He was ready for that running play. Watson. And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes. A well-designed corner blitz that gets him for a loss of 8 yards.
Oh, my goodness. Was that a defensive back that got to him with the pressure?
Oh, look at the former defensive back. You're all smiles up here.
I hope everybody can hear my smile on that play.
On is the punter, Johnston, now as he sends this one away. Shifts by him. It's a 45-yard punt, but a decent return there of 9 yards. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. And the Chargers coming out on the field now. And as the offense begins another drive here, pretty simple, Charles. They want to carbon copy what happened the last time out when they ended their drive in the end zone.
You're right about that, partner. Sounds pretty simple, doesn't it? Just score again, but we know it's not that simple because we don't just make adjustments at halftime if you're a good football team. You spend that time on the sideline, you study what's on the notes and the tablets, and you make those adjustments to prevent a repeat of the last drive. Series to series, the best teams, that's how they get it done.
And we'll find out here soon enough whether those adjustments are enough defensively. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. They go again to Tomlinson. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation.
And Brandon, every running back wants to use their speed in order to get out in front of things. Sometimes you just have to be patient, let blocks develop. On that play, that didn't happen.
On 3rd down, Rivers going up top. And unable to connect, incomplete. Well, give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
He certainly had a good game throwing the ball so far, but I think he was trying to take that from good to great with that throw, trying to get one downfield.
On 4th down, J.K. Scott ready to punt it away. And great special teams work here. This is knocking on the door of the 5. They'll spot it at the 6-yard line.
Well, someone's going to be happy with that effort. You know who else is going to be happy? His defense.
Absolutely.
He's created a very long field for that offense to try to traverse.
And he got some help from Mr. Football there, checking up nicely. Good English on that punt. They'll start on the ground with Foster. And a gain of about 4 here moves this from the 6 up to the 10.
End result of that one, a nice 4-yard gain. So you can use that to set up your play action game, or you can come right back and continue to run the football, because as an offensive play caller, you're on schedule and feeling pretty good about your next couple of calls.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Watson. He gets it left side to Johnson. And able to get it across the 20 before they get to him. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a 1st down.
When the hitch route is run really well, that jab step off the line of scrimmage by the receiver, which is designed to back up the defender and give him a little bit of space, all you want there, get that space, catch the football, and then make a move and pick up extra yardage. And that's exactly what he got done there.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Back to throw. Watson going deep for Hopkins. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
This offense so far on 3rd down, they've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Now Watson. That ball nearly intercepted, but he could not hang on. Oh, pick there certainly would have been nice. Instead, at least it'll be 4th down.
This defense has certainly played well so far in this game, and the coverage has been tight on just about every throw. Forced a few here so far in this game, and now it brings up 4th down.
This first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. Fair catch signaled for and taken just shy of the 30-yard line. Now the LA offense ready for this next possession. As we eke closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like, because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge, because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
Sure, that pass was incomplete as they made an attempt to get a big one downfield, but that's okay, because the second part of that is if you don't get the completion, at least you've told the defense you're trying to stretch them out a little bit, and they may have to change accordingly.
A 2nd down throw for Rivers. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. on the draw. This is Tomlinson. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a fourth down.
Brandon, one thing about blitzes, they really confuse offensive linemen at times, and what you have to do is lock in on the guy right in front of you. If you don't, you saw the end result. Defensive tackle ended up making the play.
On is the punter Scott here as he gets this one away. It's a 45-yard punt, just a 1-yard return. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. And the football going back over now to the Houston Texans. The defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10. A first down carry for Foster. On 2nd and 9, Watson. He gets this out to Foster on the right side. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a first down. On 3rd down, Foster. And he's going to lose yardage here back to the 12-yard line. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. On 4th down, out is the punter, Cameron Johnston, to boot it away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. A nice little juke. An 8-yard return there after a punt of 47. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Here's a Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35. Had to put that ball in there with a little extra zip, and he put it right where it needed to be.
Yeah, and that little extra pace that he had on the pass, that required a little extra concentration for him, didn't it? Ball can get on you pretty quick in that manner, and he handled it well and picked up the first down.
He's got his man, Gates. Touchdown, Chargers. A great play there. 36 yards. And the Chargers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
For a big tight end, he can sure move like a slot receiver when he gets a head of steam going. And as a defensive back, you've got a big decision to make when he's moving like that.
The extra point up and good. And his guys will take a 10-point lead.
I got you, baby. Yeah. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. You can't beat us straight up. Let's do our thing. Let's do our thing. Let's go, man. Let's get it up, baby. Here we go. Here we go. It's game time. Here we go. Let's go.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. Heading out as the Texans offense as they get set to take over here.
Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, and this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half.
The Texans with the football here late in this first half. And with great starting field position and a couple of timeouts at their disposal, they'll certainly have the green light here. A 1st and 10 here, and you know, if they could just get 3 out of this, something about whittling it to a one-score game at half that might provide a psychological boost.
Looking sideline, incomplete.
The coverage keyed in on him since that last completion his way. He earned a little more attention on that route, and that made it a lot tougher to get a clean throw his way.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Now it's Watson. The catch made by DeAndre Hopkins. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. An extra cornerback now in the game for the Chargers here on 3rd. Off of play action, it's Watson. And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up 4th down.
Not much going on this drive. Looks like they're going to have to punt it away, CD.
And right now, I know a lot of their fans are screaming for the OC to change things up, get away from what he's been calling. Sometimes you just need better execution of the plays that have been called.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away.
You rarely call your punter a weapon, but he certainly was there. How about that? Pinning him down at the 1-yard line and helping out the defense in a big way. I'm telling you what, if I'm a defensive coordinator, I might be thinking safety right now.
All right, who get him now? Bring it! I know.
They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. A.J. Boye up to make the tackle.
Nice run defense presented there, and what I mean by that is discipline. Guys filling the right gaps in the right holes, no one over pursuing, and making a very nice play.
Final play of the half, Rivers. Gates has it over the middle. And he's able to get this across the 10 before being taken down. So we reach halftime here in a 10-point game as we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach.
Taken at the goal line. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. And the Texans getting ready to go here to begin the 3rd quarter. Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well, and they've kept them around in this game. Now they've got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Here's Watson. He finds Hopkins complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Just his 2nd catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down, executed it to perfection. They run up the middle with Foster. Defensively, a solid response after giving up back-to-back first downs.
Well, partner, I don't think it's any secret that any running back wants to be able to see a hole open so that he can gallop through it. But in this case, he had to slow down. There was really no hole there, and he took a big hit in order to get that 1 yard.
2nd and 9 from the 44.
Looking to throw. Watson. It's caught right side by Daniels. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And it brings up 3rd and 5 now.
Well, that was an okay hook up there with his tight end, but unfortunately, they didn't get the kind of yards they had hoped for. That's going to bring up 3rd down.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Back to throw. Watson. And the catch made by Hopkins. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers' 32-yard line. A big 3rd down pickup of 20 yards.
So he turned to a trusted, familiar face in that 3rd down situation. It paid off.
Yeah, you go to your veteran receiver in that spot, so you can't underestimate him when he's on the field. Defensively, make sure you know where he is because he understands how to get open in key situations.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards.
Despite the score, despite the deficit, no quitting this guy. He's running angry, running through arm tackles. He wants to change what that scoreboard is saying.
So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20.
From the red zone now, Watson. Open man, here's Foster.
And he's going to be brought down at about the 16.
And that's all about recognition right there because he's got to go from pass rush mode to pursuit mode, what defensive line coaches like to call retracing. And he's able to retreat and make the tackle for just a short gain.
2nd and 6. No, scratch that. 2nd and 7.
Delayed give to Foster. And he's heating up at the line of scrimmage. Might have gotten a yard down to the 16.
It's interesting going into this game. There was so much talk from both sides about who would control the line of scrimmage. I think we've seen who has it in this one so far.
Well, they bottled him up. He's barely averaging over 3 yards a carry right now. An 8-play drive to this point. So here's play number 9 on 3rd and 7. Now here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
Fourth down, off goes Watson. On comes Texan kicker Kaimi Fairbairn for the field goal. The kick by Fairbairn is good. And they're back within a touchdown. It's 17-10.
So they were facing the deficit coming out of the locker room at intermission, and at least they're able to get the field goal to cut into that deficit.
Yeah, now your offense feels pretty good about itself, right? A little bit more up to speed coming out of the break. You turn to your defense now and say, hey, we got 3 there. We're chipping into the lead. Can you help us out? Hold them. Let's get the ball back for us.
Let's go get it now. Once again, we got to get it done as a group. Let's be smart. Let's play ball. They can't stop.
This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
Now we'll look at the Chargers offense. They get ready for their first possession of the second half. Play action now. Rivers. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
And you just know when that play call came in, their eyes lit up because anytime you get a chance to take a big shot downfield, that's a lot of fun, and they missed an opportunity.
From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. Throwing Rivers. Gates with a grab. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. Rivers. And a quick throw here, that's complete.
And he is going to have the Chargers first down. They needed 3. He doubled that. He got 6.
And that one was a lot of fun right there because that was the game within the game. 3rd and short, blitz was on. What's the key for the quarterback? Get out of your hands in a hurry. And that was a quick little completion. Got the job done for a first down.
Rivers now to throw on first down. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And this one is incomplete.
Have to give some credit to the defender on that when he read all of his keys perfectly and got a great break on the ball and able to force that incompletion.
Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10.
To the air again here, Rivers. And he comes back with one complete. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. They'll look for the first with Tomlinson.
And that's going to be good for a Chargers first down as good running gets him to about the 44.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 44-yard line. Again, it's Tomlinson. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin too.
Throwing on 2nd and 8, Rivers. That one's complete to Tomlinson.
And he's going to be taken down at about the 33.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. A give up the middle to Tomlinson. And not much running room. Down to the 32. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
They'll go up the gut with Tomlinson. And he struggles to get a yard here, maybe a yard, down to the 31. They got to get to the 23 here on 3rd. Now Rivers.
Working the sideline here. Did he get the feet in? Yes, they say that he did. Nice job tapping both of them down.
They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
And in a lot of ways, that catch is expected. Red zone presence. And that would...
Lovie Smith, he's seen plenty of challenges in his time as a coach, and he's going to throw the red flag on this one.
So another third down conversion, and now they've got a 1st and goal. They'll run Tomlinson. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. We have played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Houston. A line of scrimmage once again the 5 as they get ready for 2nd and goal. Now Rivers. Touchdown! A 5-yard touchdown.
And the Chargers have opened up a 2-touchdown lead here in this 4th quarter. Well, that's certainly going to bump up the old win probability index because now it's a 2-score game here in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, you're taking me into that deep water now. Win probability index. This game's definitely not over. We're not looking at a 0.5% or something. It's just 2 scores. But the way that this team has played, to me, what I've seen, they absolutely deserve to win this game. They've been the better team by far throughout.
Hey, what we got? Pay attention. Get him going, baby. Hey, let's go. I bet you want it, boys. Get it. You got it. We hollering, baby. Let's be perfect. Let's go, boy. Let's go. Don't let up. Let's go to work. Let's rock and roll. Make it work for us.
The kick unit on here for the Chargers as they will send this one away.
This one fielded at the 5. And he returns this to the 22.
And the Texans set to come onto the field. And they had a long drive last time, but they had to settle for a field goal, and I'm sure that's how it felt to them, settling. They probably should have gotten in the end zone.
Yeah, not out-and-out joy, right? Because that's what you get when you put the ball in the end zone. But there are benefits to that type of a long drive. Your defense gets a chance to take a break, adjust a little bit, maybe get themselves ready to get back out on the field and play a little bit better. So they'll take the benefit even though they wanted the 6 points.
And maybe wore down the other defense. We'll see. First play of the drive going for 14 and also going for a 1st down.
Good yardage on the completion there, and when they look at the scoreboard, they do understand a field goal is not going to do them any good. My guess, they're going to press the ball downfield as far as possible, try and throw it into the end zone and get a score because they know they've got to get that done and get the ball back as quickly as possible.
And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on 2nd down. 4th quarter, every drive so critical, and you figure may only get one more shot after this, so a touchdown's imperative on this drive.
It is, but you also have to think to yourself in play calling, don't hold anything back. Don't save it for the 2nd touchdown. You've got the 1st one for the 2nd one to even matter.
A shotgun handoff now, Foster. And he's stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on 3rd down. And the trend continues here in the 4th like it was in the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. But bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him.
Watson.
Caught left side, Hopkins. And he's brought to the ground with another 1st down at the Chargers 37. Defense was expecting run, and they're dealt a pass of over 15 yards. And in a 2-score game, obviously every play, every 3rd down like we saw there, magnified. Big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to 3rd down. They've got to maximize time and conserve as much as possible.
He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Give it big credit for his coverage right there because when he saw the route break deep, he stayed in position to prevent a completion while avoiding any risk of a flag.
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. Watson now to throw. DeAndre Hopkins making the catch. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers' 12-yard line. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they've put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
Going up the middle, Foster. And a pickup of about 4 down inside the 10 to the 8-yard line.
No, that wasn't an explosive run. That wasn't one that took it all the way to the house. But, boy, for a team that's had trouble running it the entire game, that's the kind of run they need, hopefully, to get themselves kick-started.
Facing a 2nd and 6 from the 8.
Watson. Being chased out left. And he'll slide to a halt here, still a little shy of the first down marker. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a 3rd down situation.
I certainly like what he did right there because he smartly wanted to avoid forcing anything downfield because nothing appeared to be open. Nice harmless slide there to avoid the big hit, and he gets a small gain on the play.
3rd and 2, Watson. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
It's been clear in this matchup which side has been the more physical one. It's been this defense. And here's another example on that last play.
Desperation time. Watson on 4th down. And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Texans have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th.
Fairbairn now to add the extra point. He's got it, and it's 24-17.
Let's smart, baby. Every week. Let's go. Keep our poise.
This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away.
And no return here for Reed. This will be a touchback.
And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles.
Their lead back down to 1 score after the touchdown a moment ago. First down's a must on this drive as they start out here 1st and 10.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32. And this offense on 3rd down today, they've been really good, converting 7 of their 10 tries. This time it's 3rd and 3. To throw, Rivers. Going to throw right side here, complete. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 63 yards receiving for him now, and that last catch good enough for a first down. To throw is Rivers. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, he often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for second down, staying ahead of schedule. He's going to air one out. And that one incomplete, but now a penalty flag coming in late. That might be PI.
So a costly penalty yardage-wise, as that'll move the football down to the spot of the foul.
And what the officials are looking for in these situations, whether you're playing the man or the ball, and if you're playing the man, you get a lot less leeway in terms of what's going to happen at the end of the play. But if you're looking for the football, it's less likely to draw the flag.
Here's Rivers. He's got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Chargers. A 2-yard touchdown grab.
And the Chargers go up by 2 touchdowns. He was on point throwing the ball right there. He had the big play to get him down close, and then he delivers a touchdown pass on 1st and goal.
And you mentioned the big play that got him down close. I think that big play left them reeling a little bit. They didn't recover from it. And you know they always talk about having to have a short memory on defense after a big play against you. Looks like their memory was a little too long there.
Hey, let's go, baby. Let's have some fun. Let's go do this. Let's ride out. Let's ride out. Let's go. All right. Let's go. All right. Let's go right here. I know you hot. Let's go. Once again, we got to get it done as a group. Let's go, man. Let's go. Let's go. I got my carpet rolled out. Oh, he's ridiculous. I feel you, dog. I feel you. What's up, baby? Every day. Right now, we do it every day. Let's be smart. Let's play the ball. They can't stop.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
From the 6. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Now the Texans offense, they head back out to do battle here.
For this offense, Charles, remember the last time they were out here, marched it nearly the full length of the football field, and a lot of the attack went through the air, so now they're seeing if they can duplicate that performance.
Okay, if I show my age a little bit, partner, because I can hear my high school coach, John Ford. I can hear his voice in my head. Laddie, when you put the ball in the air, 3 things can happen, and 2 of them are bad. But the way the game's being played now, this is just part of what they do, so I don't think they should change anything at all. They've been dominant. Keep throwing it around.
A good convergence there defensively, only a yard, and it's second down. Now Watson. And he's going to have the connection to Foster. Nothing on the screen that time. Now it's 3rd down. So nothing there on the screen that time.
That means all that great acting they tried on offense went for naught, didn't it? Because you have to try and influence them. Make them think that you're doing something else. Make them think that they can get to the passer by letting them by and then setting up the screen and getting downfield. Didn't happen at all. Give a lot of credit to the defense for not tumbling to that one.
Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
And I think we'll probably see them go for it here on 4th down. No reason not to. Down a couple of scores, they have to try and make something good happen.
They will indeed snap it to Watson. Here's Johnson with a reception.
And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. 4th down, a big time completion, and the defense, they've got to be shaking their heads right now.
Not only shaking their heads, but understand that they committed one of those cardinal sins that they say they can't do at any time. They committed an eye violation, had their eyes in one place, and allowed the deep ball behind them.
Again, it's Watson. Throw left side, complete to Foster. No gain on the play there. It'll be second down.
Give them the completion. No gain, but let's focus in on that tackle. Open field tackling, the hardest thing to do in the game, I believe.
But when you get outside the tackle box, it becomes a numbers game. The defense had more than they could block.
Watson.
Throw left side, complete. That's Foster. Touchdown, Houston. A great play there. 37 yards.
And the Texans are back within a score.
Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a one-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
Let's go now, let's go. Let's go, y'all. Let's go, y'all. Once again, we got to get it done as a group. Let's go, man. Let's focus in on what we got to do here.
So a 7-point game. They'll need a recovery, the touchdown, and an extra point to tie. And this will not work out. The Chargers able to recover. And now looking at the clock here, they do have 2 timeouts, but even if they force a 3-and-out, they're going to have very little time remaining.
So that means they've got to be aggressive and find a way to knock the ball free. They've got to come up with it because they can't just rely, as you noted, on using their timeouts and getting the ball back. They might not have any time to mount an attack, even if they do play it that way. Get the football. That's their mantra.
Now Tomlinson on 1st and 10. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play.
Possession switching back now to the Chargers.
And barring mistakes, they should be able to kneel this one out and finish it off. And there's only 1 timeout remaining on the defensive side of the ball, so that doesn't really come into play either. Another running situation on the doorstep as they come up 2nd and 10. They stay on the ground. Tomlinson. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And the Texans have an extra defender in the secondary now on 3rd down. Rivers. And he'll just get rid of it.
And this defense definitely in his head there on 3rd down, and he's pretty fortunate. They didn't call him for grounding on this one. That was a good 10 feet over everyone's head.
Here's J.K. Scott now as he's on to punt for L.A. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. There, this punt will go out of bounds. I think it'll be inside the 25, and it will. Right at the 24-yard line is where they'll spot it. Watson and the Texans now down by 7. A little over a minute and a half remaining. How will this thing pan out? We'll watch as they come up on 1st down.
To throw, Watson. Connecting with Johnson.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
It drives some people crazy to see those short throws underneath. They've got to find a way to gash the defense downfield.
Watson trying to get his guys moving.
Here's Watson.
Got an open man. It's Foster. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. Huge first down, gotta hurry.
Yeah, now they have to get up there, get set, and then spike it.
First down now, but the clock continues to move.
Now Watson.
He's going to let it fly.
Oh, he forces one there. It's a potential dagger as it's intercepted. And the Chargers have just about sewn up this football game.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. So he'll take a knee here to wrap this one up, and he's going to want to keep that game ball. He was sensational.
Yeah, it's fun to kneel down in front of your home crowd, but when you go on the road, that band of brothers attitude, right, just us against the world, and get it done, how happy are they?
I remember a coach at a previous stop telling me, you get a win on the road, doesn't matter the opponent, get out of there like you stole something, and they did in this one.
What a finish in this one, Charles. You know, this group, they come in, they have to fight a hostile atmosphere every snap. They get the late score, they get the victory, and that flight home, it's going to be a little sweeter after this one.
And Brandon, just like you, I was fired up for that last sequence. How about that? Wouldn't you have loved to have been in the huddle when they were mounting that game-winning drive? Big-time moment. No one shied away from it. They tuned out the crowd, kept their heads, and executed the way they needed to earn that win.